separates the two, and when they come here for this clash, it can define a season, no matter what's happened before, what might happen after. Glad to have you with us from TIAA Bank Field, home of the Jaguars in the heart of Duval and Jacksonville, Florida. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They go to the ground. Hard running there. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Raymond. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And as quarterbacks, you've got to be aware of secondary pressure. You've got to know when these free safeties, they start creeping towards the line of scrimmage, that they might get involved. You've got to have an answer for it, and the QB didn't have one that time.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophy.
Looking for a deep man. makes his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
And the Dogs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown Bulldogs! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Gators sending the offense back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. From the gun, the running back has it. Creates a little space.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire...
Breaks into the open. To the house, he got loose. Touchdown, Gator!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at D-tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback sneak. I didn't get it. Called it again on 2nd down. I didn't get it. Called it again on 3rd down. I didn't get it. On 4th down, he subbed our running back. He came in the huddle and says, "Red Snoopy, jump over the top, idiot." And we scored a touchdown.
That is...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go. The football had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Georgia! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's the handoff. Runs through a tackle. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. He's up to 107 yards on the ground, and he has his his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Handoff to the lone back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking to throw, it's Raymond. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Gators will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was in that last one.
Going for the big play. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Great place to start for this offense. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Quarterback making checks. Toss to the outside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
They're facing a 3rd down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting run on that one. They were all back in coverage expecting pass, and here's the running back. He breaks through the line of scrimmage, and they just didn't rally fast enough to the football. They make the tackle short of the 1st down marker, but there's a good chance they're going to be staying on the field here on 4th down.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Raymond. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Splits the uprights. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs obviously with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last...
Oh, he wants it all. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Fires to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, listen, they say they play defense for a reason, right? You had an interception on the last drive defensively. You had a golden opportunity to come away with another one right there, but he puts it on the ground.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Finds his man. It's Battle. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
This guy reminds me a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation in receiving yards, and that's why he's in the Heisman discussion.
Got it in the middle. It's Battle. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
It's just so nice to have a signal baller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Stanford is just getting tuned up today. This is like watching an MMA fight where you start to question your own morals. Who sanctioned this bout? They're trailing by 14 to Clemson. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Slithers into space. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Power football with the run. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down, and it'll be 4th. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin them deep. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. They'll leave it with him. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for back. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They'll send the back in motion. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Looking to throw, it's Raymond. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Florida! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. To the air on first down. Fires one high and deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers in so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays throughout the season and really been the feature of this offense. And this dude has worked his way. He might get a trip to New York as a wide receiver. That is not normal, and neither is this dude.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
Gonna look downfield again. Touchdown, Georgia! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. There is little the Dogs enjoy more than sticking it to the Gators, and boy, are they doing it right now.
Yeah, taking care of business. And listen, Georgia prides itself on being a physical unit. Every year, they're going to just pound you and bludgeon you. And Florida has had no response, just like in the last several games in this series. Georgia's just, they got the upper hand.
Georgia's always had talented teams. Certainly, they were very talented back in the day when I played them. The program was in a great place. But because of recent success, they're just at a different level. What they're recruiting, what the expectations are, and they're really showing that here in the second half.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? And I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
The give to the single back. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They give it to him again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Off play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Quarterback now breaking the field. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. Got a little space.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown, Dogs! And the beatdown has ensued.
Love the play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. Get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest. Put 6 up on the board.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Stanford is just getting tuned up today. This is like watching an MMA fight where you start to question your own morals. Who sanctioned this bout? They're trailing by 35 to Clemson. Any big changes in this ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, the inside give. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run the toss. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Back to pass, it's Raymond. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the first down.
He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They'll start this drive going to the air. Buys a little extra time. He throws one to the left. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but When you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Fires downfield. Finds space on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on first down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Intercepted for the 11th time. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
This offense has it with really good field position. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Here we go. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia! That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Gators sending the offense back to work. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, and he wants to throw. Defense was not fooled for a second, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Oof. You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Dogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Toss sweep to the right. Got room to work. Smashes ahead. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Trying to move them on the counter. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up. And they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Now they'll run it on the toss. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
I love the awareness by the defense there. 3rd and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass. But up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run. They did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up 4th and long.
Wanting to move the chains, here comes Georgia on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. There he goes. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. You can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
Belly stunner. Cricket.
Reads it, fires complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
And as an offense, you've got an unconventional call. You're trying to get your receiver the ball using pre-snap motion, but you've got to do a better job up front blocking. Couldn't get it done, and now it sets up fourth down.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. The give to the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He'll try the left side. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
A strike downfield. Speeding down the left side. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. They'll try the run. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Chapter of this rivalry in the books, and this one goes to the Dogs, who hunkered down and took out the Gators. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.